Minnetonka. I'm David Law, Superintendent of Minnetonka Schools. Thank you for joining us for this episode of our district podcast, Ahoy, Minnetonka. Today we're talking about the Minnetonka Public Schools Foundation, which has been providing incredible support to our district for nearly 40 years. Joining us today are the Executive Director of the Foundation, Jill Howe, and the Board Chair, Troon Dowds. Thank you both for being here. Please tell me a little bit about your connection to the district and this work.
Thank you, Superintendent Law. I'm Jill Howe. I am the Executive Director for the Foundation. I've been with the Foundation for the last 5 years. My background is really in finance and fundraising and events. I did a lot with the district when my kids were in the schools here. I just have a passion for helping students, and it's a great way to fundraise and get involved and just see change and see all the great things that we can do with the donations and the partnerships that we have with corporations and individuals for students and teachers.
Thank you. Troon?
Yeah, I'm Troon Dowds. I'm the chair of the Minnetonka Public School Foundation this year. I've been doing this for 9 years. This is my 9th year. I have 2 students in the district, both in middle school right now. And I probably have a unique connection to the foundation as 39 years ago, my grandfather, who was a teacher here at Minnetonka High School, helped start the foundation. So it's been in our family for years. I'm super excited to have served for the last 9 years. And it's just a great way to give back to the community.
So just for the benefit of the community, there's an employee, actually there's 2 employees, a director and a clerical support. And then there's a board of directors. And so your role, you're elected by a group of people and it's a service cycle. Is that how that works?
Yeah, so there's 19 trustees on the board.
Okay.
We asked those trustees to do a term of 3 years, and there's a 3-term limit, so 9 years is the most you can do. Of that 19, we have about 7 different committees within that that help run finance, marketing, our teacher grant program, our endowment program, and then our big events, and Dreammakers, our biggest event, has its own committee.
Who are these 19 people? Are they parents, community members, business owners?
They are all attached to the district somehow. Most of them are parents that have kids in the district or have had kids in the district. Most all of them are also community members who want to be involved, who want to give back to the community. So every year, we have people that are rolling off the board, and we look to fill that. And everyone is welcome. A lot of times we're looking for candidates that want to be involved, and for as long as they can or want to be, anywhere from 3 to 9 years.
So in the rare chance someone else out there watching saying, "This calls me," what's the obligation? Is it 8 hours a month? What are people committing to when they serve on the board of the foundation?
Yeah, you know what? You probably hit it. 8 hours a month is probably a pretty good estimate. Sometimes it can be more than that. Sometimes it can be less than that, depending which committees you're on as well. There's different times of year that you're either more involved or less involved. Working up to our big fundraiser as an example, it's pretty much an all committee, all hands on deck. So everyone is involved a little bit more now than they would be. But there's one meeting a month, and that's a 2-hour meeting, and then you probably have a couple hours during the nights or during the day if you're available for that throughout the rest of the month to kind of complete some tasks or reach out to the community for support.
Thank you for taking some time to dig into that. I know that people might be wondering, and now they know. So Jill, there's 300 school districts in the state of Minnesota, but there aren't 300 foundations. What is a foundation, and why does Minnetonka have one? What's the story?
So kind of what Troon alluded to, about 39 years ago, his grandfather and some other enthusiastic parents and teachers got together. They were looking to form something to create support for students and teachers throughout. So that's how it started, and we still very much have the same mission that they did, to fund programs that create broad sustainable change for all Minnetonka students. So we impact every age of your student from preschool going up to graduation, basically. So we're in all the schools throughout the district. And like you said, there aren't very many in the state, so we're unique, and each one has a different focus of what they fund or what their objective is or how they're tied specifically into the district. And we're fortunate to be a partner that works alongside the district to align with the goals and objectives of what the district does.
So a lot of it is finding resources and getting them into the classroom. Let's start with the finding resources. How does the foundation fundraise?
So we have a couple of different key programs that we fundraise. Teacher appreciation is one of them. And that happens 2 to 3 times a year, depending upon what year we're looking at. This year we did it in the fall, and then we'll do another one in the spring that coincides with Teacher Appreciation Week. We also, like Troon said, the Dream Makers is our largest event, and that is where we do the most fundraising. It's an in-person gala event as well as a virtual auction. So a couple different components. People can participate in both, can participate in one, can volunteer, can help, can partner. And then we also have some smaller events that we do throughout the year as well that are geared towards different groups, I guess. We have an adult child dance that is running for the 4th year in the spring. That is a great event to get involved with. And then we have some experiences that we promote at Dream Makers as well that are for individuals, community members. So,
having attended Dream Makers twice, I think it's a super fun event. I don't think the public realizes the kinds of fun things that people are auctioning off. Can you just give a little teaser of the kinds of things that are auction items that are pretty amazing opportunities for members of the community?
Definitely. So this year, I'm very excited. We have a lot of new opportunities and new experiences. We have some really fun handmade Minnetonka items that are just specific, you would only find here. Very unique items. We have a lot of sporting tickets, sporting memorabilia, a lot of interactive sports experiences as well, which is new. We have several curated chef dinners or like local restaurants in the area that are doing special dinner drink combinations. So we have a lot of those this year, which is really fun.
Some travel, some
yes,
boating.
We have some travel, some boating, yeah. All the fun stuff you enjoy in Minnetonka and throughout.
Yeah, I remember last year concert tickets to a big concert and hotel stuff. I went at an auction once, bought tickets to the Final Four when I was here in town. I just, for the members of the public, if you haven't thought about it, it's pretty amazing what people donate to the foundation for the purpose of benefiting our students.
Right. We have an overseas travel this year, so that'll be exciting. And
very fun. Yeah. And thank you. I mean, 100 times over, thank you to our community members for putting this event together or supporting this event, and for the people who attend and the volunteers. There's a band this year.
Yeah.
Some dancing.
And you're emceeing.
Oh, and I'm emceeing.
Big draw.
For people who are really curious about that. Great. So, Troon, let's talk about the why. Like, this isn't about throwing a party. It's about doing things for kids in school. What do we do with the money?
Yeah, absolutely. Most of the money we raise through this event goes back to the school district through our teacher grant program, somewhat through our endowment program as well. But I'll focus on the teacher grants.
Sure,
here.
let's start there.
You know, there's been some very memorable teacher grants going back. You know, and these are things that teachers can't get out of their normal budget. So this is just enhancements that they're bringing into their classroom, which just benefits all of the students that get to go through that classroom. So, you know, a couple years ago, we had an individual and we funded an aquarium so that he could teach his class what underwater Lake Minnetonka habitat looked like. Wow. What a cool, unique experience to have. We've had vertical gardens in a lot of the classrooms throughout the district so that kids can learn how these plants grow, even in our harsh Minnesota winters, indoors throughout the school year.
So tell me about that process. Like, how do teachers know money is available? How do they let you know what they're thinking about? How is it screened?
Yeah, so we have a teacher grant cycle every year. We're always asking teachers, let us know what you need, see if we can fund it. A lot of it's determined on how well our fundraisers do to what amount we're going to have to give back to the teachers. But every year the Minnetonka teachers get together and in February they give us all of their grant requests. We put all of those together. We meet as a foundation board. We talk about the strength of those, how it meets all of our goals and the district's goals for learning. And you know, we see how far each dollar can go. So a lot of times we've been fortunate enough to fund almost all of the grants that come through. And last year was just over $100,000 in grants that we were able to fund.
That's incredible.
Teachers throughout the district, yeah.
So we, as a district, we try to provide as much as we can, but this really opens the door for some innovation. And sometimes this innovation is something that we say, wow, this is impactful, it should happen across our district. And sometimes we have a target and we see we'd like to see some innovation in this area, and we see it. So both of those ways, it's a great partnership. Sometimes you go above and beyond and support something substantial. Our new Vantage Momentum building has technology in the Foundation Forum because of a substantial gift. There's also this thing about decodable readers. Now, as a superintendent, I know this, but I'm going to ask the question, what's a decodable reader for the public? What does that mean?
So decodable readers are books that help our students who are learning how to read get that solid foundation, building phonics, building the decodable sounds that they'll just build on their reading career with. So this opportunity actually came to us through some teacher grants. For the past 3 years, we saw some individual teachers ask for grant money for these decodable readers in their individual classrooms. After seeing that repeated process so many times, we kind of thought to ourselves, this is a great opportunity to maybe impact the whole district. So we had a meeting with district staff and said, how could we do this? Like, is there a plan that can go in here, and what dollar amount would go on that? We got an answer back, and we had what was actually a very short conversation with the board because it aligned with all of our goals. It was something that everyone wanted to get behind. And so last year we were able to grant a $100,000 grant to buy most of these decodable readers, which since that time, the implementation we've seen was almost immediate. They got delivered, they got separated, they were in all 6 elementary schools, and all English and Spanish students in kindergarten through 2nd grade are already using them. We're getting great feedback from the teachers.
Sometimes people ask me about excellence, and the perception is Minnetonka cares about the kids on top. Really, if I was going to define excellence, I was going to talk about, I would say, excellence and opportunity. You know, our foundation, our community, was able to provide an exceptional resource for all students, excellence and access and opportunity. So thank you for supporting that. So if I'm a community member, I never thought about Dreammakers, and now I hear about it. I hear about decodable readers. Is there a theme for this year's Dreammakers?
Yeah, so it's Future So Bright. So ties very nicely to the decodable readers.
Sounds like a 90s song.
Yeah, it is a 90s theme, so ties in very well with that as well. So yeah, we're looking for opportunities to make futures bright for our students, and you'll see a lot of that throughout the Dreammakers event, which will be new and fun this year.
So if I want to buy Dreammakers tickets, it sounds like everyone in Minnetonka is going to this party I should be going to. Where do I get tickets?
You can find a link on our website, minnetonkafoundation.com or minnetonkafoundation.org, and link right to the website where you can buy tickets. You can make a donation directly. It will also be where you'll find the silent auction that will open on Monday, February 3rd, and close on February 7th as well.
So all my weekends are busy in February. What date is it again?
It's Friday, February 7th.
Friday. So yes. Friday night I could start.
Friday night, you bet.
Is there anything else about the foundation that we haven't covered that you want to make sure the public knows about?
You know, it was funny on my way here, I ran into a lifelong friend, and I said, hey, I'm going to tape this. And he said, for what? And I said, remember the foundation? And it's for that he didn't know what it was. So if you're hearing this and you don't know what the Minnetonka Foundation is, minnetonkafoundation.org. Look it up, know what we're doing. We're doing some very impactful stuff throughout the district, and we'd love for you to help us out and get involved.
And you're not the district, but you're like a really close neighbor that really likes us.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wants to work with you.
Wants to work with us. Yeah, we are so fortunate as a district to have you. Jill, I want to make sure, is there anything else about the foundation that we haven't covered that you think is critical?
I think it's just important to say thank you to everyone that donates to us for the partnership that we have with the district and even the Alumni Association. We work closely with them as well. We just couldn't be more fortunate to have people that are passionate about the district and about students and about teachers, and we get so much support from everyone in the community and throughout the district. We're just really thankful.
Yeah, I'd give a plug for community members who see that list of people who are supporters as they interact with those businesses, just to say thank you, because we are fortunate to have them, or give them patronage, but thank them for their commitment to the district, because we've got many who've been around local businesses that have supported us for a long time.
100%.
Thank you both for being here and taking some time to explain what a foundation is, what you support, how you support education, all kids, activities and results driven, and coordinating our community give to our school district. And I want to thank you for being here and joining us for this information about the Minnetonka Public Schools Foundation. We'll see you around.